So if I said per hour, it would probably sound a bit extreme. If I said like £200, that's extreme. That's why I'm slowly.
I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, isn't that the same location as the intro outro from the last video? Yes, but it's not laziness, it's efficiency. And also, it's just a really cool backdrop there, look, with a path going into the trees. So we're recycling it. Anyway, back to my actual script I wrote. So yeah, just to remind you, our vocabulary in these conversations is a flash design is a pre-drawn tattoo design, whereas a custom design would be, for example, if a customer took a picture of their boat and wanted that tattooed on their forehead, the artist would have to do a custom design for that. In the last session, we touched on some of the difficulties of moving to Barcelona, including the fact that it is difficult to procure tattooing work in Barcelona. We also looked at Ola's current pricing structure for her tattooing work. What we didn't look at is Ola's potential pricing structure if she became more established on Instagram and was a sought-after tattoo artist. So I guess let's do that.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm just gonna put my headphones on so maybe you can hear me better.
Ah. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, I've got you very loud. I'm going to turn the volume down slightly.
Okay.
The whole village can hear you right now.
Oh,
So yeah, how have you been?
yeah, good. I'm currently in Poland.
Oh, are you?
Yes,
Oh, wow.
yeah, half holiday, half dealing with things, visiting family.
Last time I spoke to you, you were about to go to Barcelona, I think literally that evening.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I went for a few days.
Was it good?
Really good, yeah. The summer already started there. So yeah, it was very hot.
What kind of temperature was it?
Around 28 every day.
Ah, nice.
And in here now it's around 30. So it's just getting better.
Did you go in the sea in Barcelona?
Yeah, yeah.
Nice. Okay, so I've got an itinerary to look at.
Okay.
So let me just get that up on my screen. So there's three main things I want to cover today and a bunch of smaller things. But obviously this is all flexible. So if you have anything on your mind, then we can go there as well. First thing is, well, actually, before I say those, so the points we covered last time we spoke, was there anything specific you had in your mind you wanted to add to those, or not really?
Mm, No, I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
So there's three things I want to do, which is one, introduce the Ola document, which is where we've kind of put all the information about you in one document. So I'll show you that in a second. Then there's two tests I kind of want to do. One is choosing values. So I've got a long list of values, and I want us to do an exercise where we just choose 5 that resonate with you. I say we choose, you choose 5 that resonate with you. And then the other test is, are you familiar with the Myers-Briggs test?
No.
Okay, so it's an online test where you answer a bunch of questions, and it's kind of a personality-based test. So yeah, if you're not familiar with it, it's quite a famous one, but we'll do the test and then we'll talk about what it means.
Okay.
And then the other thing I quite like to get onto is talking about pros and cons of your different goals and your different options. Let me just put my phone on silent. Sorry, I leave it on in case you call, but then obviously I have other people contacting me. What was I saying?
Pros and cons, yeah.
Talk about the pros and cons of different options. And I kind of really want to drill. I want to drill into all the pros and cons, and I guess I've been thinking about business strategy stuff and advice I might give you. But I really want to drill into the trading, because I'm wondering if that might be the bit that doesn't fit into the master plan, isn't the quickest route to get you what you want. But maybe it is, but I guess I want to seek more information and look into that a bit more and compare that with some other totally different options. Yeah. So I'm going to share the screen to start with and show you the OLAR document.
Okay.
Okay, can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. This first bit is not specific to you. This is generic to everyone. And in the rest of the document, anything you see that is grey and italic, that's not specific to you. That's
Okay.
generic to everyone, or it's instructions. This is, at the moment, what we call the life alignment matrix. It's a slight work in progress, so it could potentially change over time, but we're really trying to line up all of these 8 steps. So anything you do lines up and will be effective. So we started last time with the goals, which is what you want to achieve, this 0.5. And then we've got day to day, which is, and I don't think we've really discussed this yet, but what you want your day to day look like. Because, for example, there's no point having goals which doesn't give you a life which has a standard day that you would enjoy and be good at and that kind of stuff. Then we got your vision, what kind of, where you want, and we did talk about this, where you want to live, lifestyle, kind of activities you want to get involved in. Because obviously goals and your day to day needs to line up with a vision. Purpose we didn't really talk much about, and we're not going to talk about that much today, but we will at some point get onto that. And then serenity is basically, it's your happiness, your being at peace and all that kind of stuff. So again, there's no point in having a vision or a day-to-day or a goals that doesn't achieve that. It's not a good idea. The truth or reality part is really about your strengths or weaknesses. Because again,
Mm-hmm.
for example, there's no point in me wanting the goal of becoming the world's strongest man. It's just not, it's not my truth or my reality. I have, tiny little wrists, well, average size wrists. They're not going to be lifting up the world's heaviest weights. It's just so we've got that. And then plan and steps are really the same thing, because plans are just steps with sub steps, and the sub steps have sub steps. But yeah, again, we haven't really got onto that yet because we're still trying to work out in around this middle part here.
Okay.
It's by the way, it's a 19-page document, so it's quite a lot of OLA stuff. Yeah, so with that top table, this alignment, we then go and break down into the specifics. So
Okay.
got comments on the specifics. And there's a couple of things that I just want to clear up in a minute. I've got them in bold because they didn't quite make sense to me. I do just want to flip through the goals to see if I've missed anything.
Okay.
So goal number 1, and we can change the order of these, and we can add or take anything away. This is your document. Obviously, I do my best guess at what goes in it, but ultimately, it's up to you. So goal number 1 was free up time to work on goals, which I know seems a bit weird, but that's where the crux of the problem comes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Time and money, but time. You're interested in moving somewhere warmer, such as Barcelona. You've got learning trading as a goal, learning Spanish as a goal. We need to change this goal, actually, just thinking about it right now, because it's not learning trading. You want to make money from trading.
Yeah.
It's not the learning that's. So I'm just going to put star here. I need to change that. Learn Spanish, work on Flash designs and Instagram, and start a family. Yeah, I'm just putting it on the list.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
Yeah.
I know there's
I
a few things you want to achieve before you get there, possibly, but
yeah, I had a think since our last session about what you said, that it might be better to focus on one thing at the time, and then the second one, then on both at the same time, to achieve them quicker. Like working on Flash designs and Instagram would be my priority. And then if I move to Spain and I have more time, I'll be tattooing less. Then I can focus on trading more.
yeah, excellent. And I guess when we get into to the pros and cons, then that will all we'll drill into what you've just said when we're talking about the pros and
Okay.
cons and options. The truthful reality is where we're going to put so MBTI stands for Myers-Briggs type indicator. That's the online test we're going to do, and we'll put the results there. Plans and steps we haven't got. Then I've gone into more detail of the plans. I'm just going to scroll through a little bit quickly to find the bolder bits where I was confused. Okay. Let me just try and pull up the spreadsheet. There's 3 things. I want to try and get my mind around something. So there's basically 3 things as I understand it. There's flash designs. Let me make everything bigger. There's flash designs that you have done. And is it right that there's flash designs, there's like standard stock flash designs that are in a book, or do you only do your own flash designs?
On my own, just my own,
Okay. And
or
then
custom designs.
custom designs for the customer specifically.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess so where this comes from, my confusion is one of the things you said is that if you get good at Instagram and you do your own flash designs, you can charge more for them. But when we drilled into the prices at the moment, I think you said you charge less than them because you were encouraging people to do those because you wanted to do those. So I might add in a second one then. Flash designs from Ola in the future. So the hourly rate for custom designs is 120, isn't it?
Yes, I'm
That doesn't
starting
include.
to introduce a change, but we can talk about that in a minute. But that's what it used to be, yeah.
Okay. Flash designs from Ola at the moment, you charge slightly less because you said, or you said you might charge.
Yeah, so because it's easier for me to tell how long it's going to take, so I can better predict how long it's going to take. And also because it's something I have already prepared, I know I won't have to spend time on introducing any changes, clients having second thoughts about the design, or like if someone sends an email and says like, oh, I went traveling to Australia, I loved swimming with manta rays in Indonesia, I did this, I did that, I want a design that's going to represent everything. There is a big chance that I'm going to make a design that they're not going to like, and then I'll have to work on it again. So with flash design, they see the design, they like it, I know they're going to come in on the day. The only thing that might change is the placement and the size.
Right.
So I'm happy to give a slightly lower price than the custom design where a lot of things can go wrong. I might spend many hours preparing it.
Yeah. So it doesn't. So you're not actually really giving them a discount. Sorry, you're not. Your time still gets paid about the same because it's
My
quicker and
time,
more.
my time of tattooing, yes, but also like, preparing the design and chatting to the client is also my work. It's
Right.
just
Okay.
just
Yeah.
not tattooing itself.
Yeah. Totally understand now. And so last time you gave me an example that for a 2-hour one you might charge £200. So I put in £100 an hour for now. If you did one in the future, and you were, let me ask a couple of questions. What's the most someone could charge for a tattoo? Not the most, but what I'm trying to get my head around, sorry, I'm umming and ahhing here, is
It's okay.
if the Instagram was super successful, and I'm not saying the most famous in the world, but just a well-designed Instagram account that specifically targeted the kind of high-paying customers you want, um, what's the kind of most one might be able to charge per hour?
In Bristol, if I said per hour, it would probably sound a bit extreme. If I said like £200, that's extreme. That's why I'm slowly moving into charging per design rather than per hour.
Right. So so
Hmm.
200 was the kind of number I had in my
Yeah,
mind, knowing nothing about tattoos, but it just, yeah.
yeah,
Um, and that feels about
yeah,
right and realistic, I guess.
yeah.
Uh, right, okay. And now we're not looking at your OLA document, but there was another bit I got confused on, which was, and we just sort it out. I'm just thinking now we can put it in this table, which was the time range it takes to design it. So what I'm going to put here is minimum, the mid value, and the max value. Now, I think you said when customers ask you to design their own specific one, the minimum time is 10 minutes if it's really simple, just changing a photo or something. Was
Yeah.
that correct?
Hmm.
And I think you said the max was 8 hours.
Yeah.
And then what did it usually take? I'm going to actually just turn this and say usual, which is probably a dangerous
Hmm.
word because you're probably thinking it isn't a usual amount, but
Yeah. I think we can say an hour,
okay.
maybe 2 hours. Yeah.
Okay. Um, at the moment, when you're doing one of your designs that goes on Instagram, what's the numbers for that? One of your flash designs.
Let's say we are talking about designs, the one you just said, put down the 10 minutes, 2 hours, and 8 hours, and my flash designs. Let's say we're talking about like all day session. So it's for a design that's gonna take me 6 hours. Because sometimes I do shorter ones. So for the flash designs, minimum would probably be an hour, usually 2 hours, and then maximum 4 hours.
Those numbers surprise me a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's right.
I do you okay, let me ask you another question. Do you ever take several days to perfect a design? Or is that just never the
Mm, no, sometimes I will work on it for like over a few days, but it might be like 20 minutes here because I'm waiting for a customer, 2 hours there, an hour in the evening. So it can take me, 4 hours together, but I never really sit for 4 hours and do a design or sit for a few days.
okay. I don't know if I've got Instagram on my phone or really how to work it, but I'm just going to check if I do. Do you have your designs on Instagram? Can I look at some flash designs?
Mhm.
Or
Yeah.
do you have them on your computer that you can show me some ones or
I've got some on Instagram for sure.
okay, let me just see if I've
I
got
can.
Instagram. We've got a new Instagram account for this business, but I have not got the access details. Oh yeah, I do have Instagram. Have I logged in? Okay, so I'm just going to hold my phone up to camera. I just need you to tell me what to do to find your thing.
Hmm. So if you go on search, go on the
Yep.
and then type in ola.tattoo.
Yeah. Yeah, found you.
So I think there's actually going to be a good example. So, and can you see the circle with the title Flash Designs, the highlight?
So I can see two ones which say, oh, we've got Ola Tattoo and Ola Tattoo Store.
No, so it's ola.tattoo.
Cool, going there.
And there's like few circles saying Hild Work, Flash Designs, Tattoo Ideas.
Uh, so, yeah, got those.
So if you go on Flash Designs and you can see, for example, the one with the mountain in the background.
That one.
Yes, this one. They're moving, but yeah.
Oh, oh. Yeah.
Mm, so let's say something like this took me maybe 20 minutes to design, and because they're like the person and the mountain are like from taken from two different photographs, and then I changed the contrast, added some shading. Um, yeah, so that didn't take long at all.
Okay, I understand. I guess I imagined you drawing it all, but you don't.
Yeah, so
Not quite.
there is another one. If you go on Reels, so in here you've got this middle part that you need to click on,
Yeah.
and then there is this flash design. Well, this is me, and these are the design. This is like a this looks more like a flash sheet. Um, I'm not sure if I posted a picture somewhere, but I can find it.
Okay, so I've got one that says grateful and there's a
Yeah.
hand sign. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, that's perfect. That's what I needed to
So
know.
so all of these I've been drawing on my iPad. I started from scratch. I did all the shading. So this whole sheet, if I sat down and had like a week off to draw them, it would probably take me about 3 days.
Right. So
Uh,
there's two kinds of flash designs. There's the altering photos and there's the ones you draw yourself. So we
yeah.
need.
And I haven't sold a single one from the ones I've been drawing.
Huh, that's interesting.
That's why that's what I meant when I said that I want to work on the style of my designs and develop it better. So when people see a design, they are like, oh, this is a tattoo done by Ola.
Yeah.
Because at the moment, I'm kind of like jumping from one style to another because there is a lot of things I like.
Uh-huh.
And yeah.
Yes. So one of the things when we get onto the pros and cons is there's a funny almost paradox sometimes in business, which is to be able to do multiple things, to have freedom and options. You have to choose one thing and get that time efficient and super profitable, because then that gives you time and money to then go on to the next thing. Whereas if you
Mhm.
attack everything all at once, you can't quite break the that ceiling on any of them to make them profitable and time efficient. So one's drawn from scratch. What would be the minimum, usual, and maximum time on one of those?
So minimum would probably be 2 hours. Yeah, so you can see that from the one above, I said minimum 1 hour, but then when I showed you the one with the mountain, it probably took me about 20 minutes, so we can change that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then flash design, usually about 3 hours. And probably maximum around 8.
Not that I know anything about this, but these two were more the kind of hours I was expecting, and I was expecting that to be like 3 days or something. But that's because I was confused. I didn't realize it was altering photos, and
Hmm.
I thought it was sitting down and drawing from scratch. Um, okay, Flash designs drawn from scratch. Uh, in the future, there's no reason that will change. Okay, I'm just going to import this table into the Ola document. Okay, I'm just going to keep scrolling down and look for anything in bold, see if there's anything else I wanted to clear up. So that clears all that up. Yes. So relaxing. So do you? So I've got only twice a month. Ola has days where she just chills and does nothing. Even days off are usually very active.
Hmm.
I guess I want to know how many days do you chill and do nothing, and how many days do you have off work which are still active?
So are we including like going away for holidays, or do you mean only days off when I'm like at home?
Good point. Days off doing nothing. Let's change that to at home. Days off being active at home. Days off doing nothing on holiday. Days off. Put it into those 4 categories. And some might be 0.
And this is per month, or?
Yes, per month.
Mm. So days of doing nothing at home, I would say maybe, I don't know, 1 a month.
You can use fractions as well if it was just a half or something.
Yeah, because like I don't think I would even enjoy a whole day of doing nothing at home. Um, Days of being active at home is probably like around 3 a month. And then like recently I've been away almost every month, at least for a few days, or like every second month. Mm, yeah, so maybe like 3 days off doing nothing on holiday, and then 4 days being active on holiday. Does that make sense? That's 7, 10, 11. That's like half of the month. Yeah, maybe. For me, sometimes it's hard to say when I have a day off, because I will have a day off when I'm not tattooing, but I still will be like replying to emails or
So if you're replying to emails, to me, that doesn't count as time off.
Yeah, yeah, it's hard to tell. Or when I have a day off, then I have time to do like flash designs, which I know might not sell, but I'm doing it because I want to do it, because I enjoy it, and I don't feel like they necessarily need to bring me money.
I'm going to leave those numbers for now.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah. Uh, but so long term, you'll have access to this document online. Uh, yeah, I was talking about time. I was really hoping to get our website more presentable, but it's not right now. So, yeah. Okay, cool. Next, I'm going to go then to the values. Now, there's a whole bunch of values here. And I'm just going to get you to read through them and shout out anything that jumps out at you.
Hmm.
And I'll make a note of it. And then we'll try and whittle the list down to five, unless it's just five come out straight away. But
Okay.
if it resonates with you, just shout it out, even if you're not sure it's going to be in the final version. And five's just a gut. We'll try and aim for five, but
Hmm.
it wouldn't be the end of the world if it was four or six or something.
Okay.
The values are here. Okay, I think all those are on the screen. That's everything or other value. So yeah, just read through those and shout out anything that resonates.
Okay. There is already one. Do you mind if I just have my translator on? Because I can see one already.
Yeah.
This that I don't understand. Mm, okay. Yeah. Ready.
Okay. Shout out any ones that.
Oh, sorry. I thought you wanted to read them.
Oh right,
Uh,
no, I'm not going to read all of those. I'm just going to get you to silently look your, run your
okay.
eyes down them.
So adventure,
Okay.
uh, bravery,
Yeah.
challenge, courage, creativity,
Yeah.
empathy, flexibility, forgiveness, um, joyfulness, motivation, open-mindedness, patience. Um, mhm. Yeah.
Okay. Venture. So bravery and boldness are very similar. So I'm wondering if you could choose one of those that we could
Is
take off the list.
courage, do you think we can include courage with those two as well?
Yes, and courage. Yes, that's very similar as well.
I think courage is my favorite.
Okay. Challenge. creativity, empathy, ability, forgiveness. I feel like between empathy and forgiveness, I feel
Hmm.
like potentially one of those could cover the other one.
So we can keep empathy.
Motivation. And the last one, patience, I think.
Open mind. Is that how you spell it? Mindedness?
Mind, mindedness. I'm going to put my voice recognition on and we'll see. Oh, it's not loaded up. Let me just switch it on. I don't know.
Sorry, never mind. Doesn't
So
matter.
bad at spelling, it's basically a disability at this stage. One of the things, I do everything in voice recognition, so I'm never really thinking about how things are spelled, on top of just not being able to spell anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Open-mindedness.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. I got it's open-mindedness. So you've got 10. Yep.
Yes. So I've got one little suggestion. So motivation, if you've got challenge and creativity and joyfulness, kind of feel like you're going to be I feel like you will be motivated. You won't need specific motivation.
Okay. Yeah, I think I used to struggle with motivation, but that was like years ago.
Mm. Well, I won't take off if you don't want me to.
No, no, you can take it off. Yeah, I don't think I struggle with that anymore. So I think creativity and joyfulness. Yeah, I think you can remove joyfulness. And then yeah, adventure and joyfulness. That makes sense.
What, remove adventure?
No, no, no. I thought that like having adventurous and joyful life is kind of similar for me. So we can keep adventure. And then the same, like if I have courage to do things, then it's kind of like having a challenge. So maybe you can remove challenge. And then empathy, having empathy and open mind, like to understand others might be similar. So maybe you can remove open mindedness.
There's 6. We can, if you can't see one to get rid of, we can leave it at 6.
Yeah, yeah, that would be good.
Okay, sorted. going to stop sharing screen. The next bit was an amazing bit of life coaching. There were highs, there were lows, there was laughing, there was crying. It was probably the best life coaching that has ever been done. Unfortunately, I pressed stop recording, so you're just going to have to take my word for it. It's annoying. It's annoying that I pressed stop recording. It's kind of one of the main things I don't want to happen in these sessions. Anyway, I pressed stop recording, so sorry. Goal number 1 is to free up time to work on her other goals. It kind of reminds me of the paradox where a genie offers 3 wishes and the first wish is to have 10 more wishes. In this case though, it does make sense as a goal. I wouldn't necessarily recommend everyone makes it a specific goal. Generally, it is a good background principle to be as time efficient as possible. I guess to an extent it should be everyone's goal and therefore normally doesn't need specifying. I know I joked about the footage I deleted. The reality is it was just going through the Myers-Briggs test, and we have results from the test which we can chat about, but there was nothing particularly crucial that you needed to see from that footage. Obviously, it's not ideal that I accidentally stopped the recording. In my defense though, the button for both stopping recording and stopping screen share both have the word stop in them. In our next session, we will try a novel concept of keeping the record button on. Boom! Boom! Anyway, quite enough of that.